What if your imagination could shape your reality effortlessly? Neville Goddard revealed the secret, the law of assumption. Learn to effectively harness this powerful spiritual principle to manifest your deepest desires. Today, discover practical techniques to master assumption, transform your life, and experience miracles you never thought possible. Neville Goddard famously stated that imagination creates reality, and this principle stands at the core of understanding and harnessing the law of assumption effectively. The law of assumption fundamentally asserts that whatever reality you vividly imagine and emotionally assume as true becomes your lived experience. The key is to embody fully the feeling and conviction that your wish has already been fulfilled, thus magnetizing that reality toward you. This is not simply hoping or wishing for something to happen. Rather, it is an active and consistent engagement with your imagination and emotional landscape, directing these powerful internal forces to manifest tangible external circumstances. Understanding the depth and practicality of Neville Goddard's teachings requires us to delve into his foundational concept, imagination as the creative force behind our reality. Goddard emphasizes that imagination is not merely a passive daydreaming tool, but an active, creative faculty through which we shape every facet of our lives. He famously stated, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled," underscoring the necessity of genuine emotional engagement. In other words, when you visualize your ideal reality, you must connect deeply with the emotions associated with that desired state. For example, if financial abundance is your desire, it is insufficient merely to imagine wealth. Instead, you must vividly feel the security, freedom, and joy associated with financial abundance, as if it has already been achieved. These powerful emotional experiences are the energetic seeds that germinate into physical manifestations. Applying the law of assumption effectively requires discipline in managing your internal narrative. Neville repeatedly taught that internal conversations are crucial since they continuously shape your subconscious beliefs and assumptions. Every moment, consciously or unconsciously, you hold internal dialogues about your capabilities, worthiness, and possibilities. These dialogues directly influence the quality and nature of your experiences. To harness the full potential of this law, you must deliberately replace any negative, doubtful, or limiting inner speech with affirmations and narratives aligned with your desired outcomes. For example, if your aspiration is to manifest abundance, your inner conversations must reflect that abundant reality as though it already exists. Statements like, "I am financially secure," "I am prosperous," or "wealth flows effortlessly to me," should consistently dominate your inner dialogue. The more natural and habitual these affirmations become, the more deeply they imprint on your subconscious mind, aligning your internal world with your intended external reality. Equally essential is the practice of living in the end, as Neville puts it, meaning consistently residing mentally and emotionally in the state of your fulfilled desire, rather than viewing it as something distant or future-oriented. To live effectively from the end result, you must first clearly identify your desire, then vividly imagine scenes that imply your wish has already come true. Rather than hoping for success, you imagine congratulatory conversations from friends or family as if your success were already achieved. This shift from longing to experiencing is pivotal. The law of assumption requires that you maintain this imagined scenario as your true reality. Consistent practice in living from the end reshapes your identity, shifts your consciousness, and, according to Neville's teachings, compels external reality to reflect your internal state. A fundamental challenge people often face while applying the law of assumption is the resistance generated by external circumstances. Neville Goddard was aware of these obstacles and repeatedly instructed practitioners not to give attention or emotional energy to contrary evidence in the physical world. The physical reality, according to Neville, is merely a reflection of past assumptions. It is essentially delayed feedback from prior mental states. Your current physical conditions do not define what is possible. They merely reflect previous thoughts and assumptions. Therefore, the true power lies in consciously redirecting your mental focus to the reality you wish to experience. Persistence is absolutely essential in this process. Even when the external world seemingly contradicts your assumptions, you must steadfastly adhere to your desired state, reinforcing your mental images and assumptions until they solidify into tangible experiences. One of the most powerful, yet frequently misunderstood aspects of the law of assumption is the technique of revising past events. Neville taught that, by mentally revisiting and altering the emotional and mental significance of past experiences, you effectively reshape your present and future outcomes. Revision involves vividly imagining that past events unfolded differently, thus altering their emotional imprint. For instance, if you experienced rejection or failure, you mentally reconstruct that event to reflect a positive outcome, feeling the new emotions associated with this revised experience. While this practice might initially seem unrealistic, it serves the purpose of altering your subconscious narrative. This revised perspective impacts how you perceive yourself and your possibilities, consequently shifting your reality in alignment with your newly revised assumptions. Revision is a technique that exemplifies the law of assumption's extraordinary power to transform reality by reshaping your inner emotional landscape. However, a common challenge that many face while implementing these techniques is maintaining consistency. The human mind easily drifts back to familiar patterns, doubts, and fears. To overcome this, Neville emphasized the necessity of disciplined repetition. The subconscious mind responds best to repetition and consistency. Therefore, creating rituals or daily practices that regularly engage you with your assumed reality is critical. This might mean dedicating 10 minutes each morning and evening to visualization, scripting, or meditation upon your desires. Persistent repetition strengthens neural pathways, gradually making your assumption an ingrained, that unquestioned reality within your mind. Consistency serves as the bridge between mere intention and tangible manifestation. Another significant dimension to effective practice of the law of assumption is emotional detachment from how and when your desire manifests. Neville stressed the importance of releasing attachment to specific outcomes regarding timing or methodology. Many individuals sabotage their efforts by becoming overly fixated on the particular means or timeline of their manifestation. Attachment to specific means creates unnecessary resistance, as it signals doubt in the natural intelligence of universal processes. The universe, according to Neville, possesses limitless creativity in orchestrating the realization of your assumptions. Your responsibility is not to dictate the specifics, but to remain committed to the desired emotional outcome. Trust and surrender to the universe's wisdom enhances the ease and speed of manifestation, allowing your assumptions to unfold effortlessly in ways that often surpass your expectations. Furthermore, Goddard emphasized gratitude as a transformative and powerful amplifier of your assumptions. Gratitude anchors you emotionally in the state of your wish fulfilled, reinforcing the authenticity of your assumption. Genuine gratitude implies absolute certainty that your desire has already materialized. When you express gratitude from the standpoint of already possessing what you desire, you communicate profound trust and certainty to the universe. Regularly expressing heartfelt gratitude, even before physical manifestation occurs, significantly accelerates the alignment process. Gratitude is not merely a passive state, but an active force that deepens emotional resonance and expedites the manifestation of your assumptions. Lastly, the effectiveness of the law of assumption depends on your overall belief system. Neville emphasized that it is essential to continuously monitor and revise underlying beliefs that contradict your desires. Often, deep-seated subconscious beliefs around self-worth, limitation, or scarcity can undermine conscious assumptions. Regularly reflecting upon and questioning underlying beliefs is crucial for maintaining alignment. You must consciously replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones aligned with your assumptions. For instance, if you notice persistent subconscious doubts about your worthiness of love or abundance, counteract them with deliberate affirmations that reinforce your intrinsic worth and abundance. This continuous inner adjustment ensures your beliefs remain congruent with your assumptions, sustaining a fertile mental environment conducive to manifestation. The journey with the law of assumption is profound and deeply personal, challenging you to realize the full extent of your inner power. It invites active participation, sustained belief, disciplined imagination, emotional resonance, and courageous trust in unseen forces. It requires patience, trust, and consistency. Yet the rewards are life-transforming. Manifestations may appear gradually or suddenly, but the critical factor remains your internal conviction and steadfastness in assumption. To embody the law of assumption effectively is not about trying to convince yourself of something unreal. It is recognizing that reality itself is flexible, shaped by consciousness, emotion, and belief. Neville Goddard's teachings present a revolutionary yet timeless perspective. Life is not fixed by external circumstances, but sculpted from within. Your assumptions are the seeds, your emotions, the nourishment, and your conscious, persistent attention, the gardener that nurtures your desired reality into existence.